How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Defense might do a little bit better with defensemen. We saw Carson and Jamie out there. Do you have an update?
Yeah, no, nothing really more than what we had yesterday. Both are still day to day. We'll evaluate them after morning skate here. Both are very close. So like I said, we'll evaluate that right after morning skate. They'll get some good work in today, and then we'll have a real good idea of exactly where they're at.
This is obviously missed a chunk. What's impressed you about the way that some of the other guys on that blue line have really stepped up and elevated their game with Carson and Jamie this time?
The simplicity of everybody's game has been really good. Everybody's played with good confidence. Everybody's worked hard. The overall competitiveness and detail has been very good. And as I said, just back to the first thing I said, simplicity, defending well, looking for the first play, getting it up ice, and then adding some offense at the other end. A couple of young guys that have been in have done a really good job. Also, a little larger role. Vince Dunn has done a nice job stepping forward into a little larger role as well. So those have been positives for us. They've been important, for us on the back end.
Go with Groovy again tonight.
Yeah, Groovy will go tonight.
What did you see as far as his progress from this last road trip?
Yeah, Groovy's played well. He's I think I talked about it before the break, before we went on the road trip. He's been solid for us. He's made timely saves for us, and that's important. For our team that has to be comfortable in those tight checking games. We have to be comfortable knowing that we're going to make the play at the right time when we need to push us to the right side of those close, tight games. And as a goaltender, both Groovy and Driegs are a huge part of that in giving us the continual opportunity to do that.
Dave, JoJo talked about not making as many mistakes in the last couple of weeks, but maybe because they're not taking as many chances. Do you see it as more conservative, or?
No, there's a balance there. I mean, that the two go hand in hand. It's just it's having a real comfortability with reading the situation in front of you. We've checked well. We've been checking well, really, over the last, especially since we've come back since the Christmas break. Our guys have worked hard, checked well. We haven't given up a lot of easy opportunities against. On the offensive side, the decision making for the most part has been good. We probably slipped a little bit there against the Islanders, which we won 3-0, but that's probably an area we slipped in a little bit, is in our puck play in terms of entering the offensive zone, reading what we had in front of us, and taking what the game gave. So the two areas go hand in hand. The mentality of being comfortable checking and not giving up anything easily, and just knowing that in doing that, we're going to generate offense from that is very important, and that's when our group is at their best.
Building on that, sometimes we hear things like guys are overthinking it or they're gripping sticks too tight. Have you seen an evolution mentally, just in terms of mindset of this group, in terms of how the play has progressed over these last couple of weeks?
Well, you just grow as a team. Every year you grow as a team, and obviously we were a group of individuals, coming into training camp. We've seen continual growth. Right now, guys are pretty comfortable with each other. They're pushing each other hard, which is important. You have to be comfortable with one another in order to push one another. So that's been an important area of improvement for us. And that's part of being and becoming a good team, is being able to, push one another, as teammates, to be doing things the right way, to be playing the right way.
How does that pushing happen? Obviously, there's competition on the ice, but are there words exchanged, encouragement, coaching words?
Yeah, it's in different ways. Sometimes it's the unspoken word that's most important. It happens in different ways. Sometimes it can be vocal. Other times it's, it's just something that's known within the group. I mean, you know what the expectations are, and nobody really needs to say anything to you, but you have a responsibility and you have a care, as a teammate in terms of how you're doing things, and that's part of, growing together.
When it comes to this Arizona team, they've played well in spurts. What do you make of them and what this matchup is, given how November's game played out?
Coming off the break, it's been, full focus on us. Our opponents, night in and night out, we're playing good opponents. This team has a lot of ability. They've played very well, throughout stretches of the season. So, like any night, we've got to make sure we're worried about ourselves tonight. They've got a game under their belt, so they're probably going to be a little more in sync. We got to make sure that our start is good tonight, that it's simple, that it's hard, that our play with the puck is efficient, and we have to build from there.
You talked about the simplicity with your D-men, and that's a word we've heard about the overall system that you want to play. When you say that, are you talking about just like making a predictable play and not trying to do too much on your own, like work with what's there?
Yeah, maybe I should get that word simple or simplicity out of the equation, because really, the guy with the puck is he's only going to be as good as the people around him. So the certainty has to come from the people around him, and that's what allows for. Under pressure, that allows for you to be efficient in getting out of your zone. It also frees you up to make a play. We always talk about playmaking on the offensive side of the game, but there's a lot of playmaking that gets you out of your zone, that gets you the puck back, that gets you up ice. So, the structure of and the certainty that the players, around the guy with the puck provide is very important. We're getting better in that area. We're becoming more consistent in that area. That allows then, the guy with the puck to make good decisions, and make strong plays with the puck.
You said yesterday's practice was more kind of knock the rust off, and today you kind of dial in on the detail. Looked like you're working on the power play a lot. What details were you looking to improve there? Marcus mentioned winning puck battles once, after the first chance.
Yeah, on morning skate you don't have a ton of time, so just trying to hit on some key points, in terms of what gives us success, and that's we do that in a quick meeting before, and then go out and work on a couple of things, and then the most important thing tonight is making sure that as a group of five we're on the same page going out. The first thing you have to do is get in the zone, get eyes up, and come up with that possession. So that's your entry, and that's your puck retrieval. So that's probably what JoJo is referring to. From there you can generate once you get eyes up in the offensive zone.
Thank
Thank you.
Dave.